For a long time, the radiator was probably the part of the engine that I was most familiar with. You can check your car's manual to know where it's exactly located. Anyways, I had problems with it from the start until I replaced my engine, but even with a damaged one, I had learned how to go around some of these issues before they even happened. I learned it by not doing so, and that is the painful truth. This part works as some sort of system coolant, and here is how. The engine spins and generates heat at the same time. The heat increases the temperature of the whole engine, and as I explained in the last video, that is particularly not good. Now, the radiator pumps water around the engine to absorb some of the heat, bringing the temperature down at the same time that the engine's rotation pushes it up. This creates some sort of stability, which is the temperature that you see on the screen when you're driving on a perfectly flat horizontal road. But sometimes we do not get the pleasure of a wide, simple path. Sometimes the hills go up and up and up again until the car cannot take it anymore. Temperature starts to rise because the engine generates more heat than the radiator is removing. Now, whenever that happened to me in my first 6 months of adventure, I had this trick where I would increase RPM to over 3000 by changing my current gear to a smaller one. This activated the fan inside my radiator that would cool down the engine instantly. The fan power lasted for a few seconds and then turned off. Eventually, after using it for many times, I noticed it worked for a smaller period of time after each try. In the end, it stopped working. It was only after replacing my engine that the fan started to work every single time. I guess doing that really helped me deal with many of the issues that I was having in the past. But back then, I used the water exchanging process to quickly reduce my van's temperature when it was over 90 degrees. Whenever I saw that the van was about to overheat, I stopped it in the nearest place possible. I opened the radiator tank and got all the water out using the hose technique. Then I replaced the old water, which was probably boiling hot, with fresh cold water that instantly started cooling the whole system down. The real result you only see after you turn on the car and you start driving again. Give your van some 10 minutes rest before doing that though. Now, when the engine runs and the cold water starts flowing through all the pipes, the temperature will drastically drop, and you see that on the screen. Also, I had checked my radiator twice with a mechanic back in the day, and they couldn't find anything. Yet sometimes I ended up with randomly out of water in it. My initial guess was that the water evaporated when the temperature got high. Now I know that it was actually leaking inside the engine. Nonetheless, here is a rule of thumb. Always check that the water level of your radiator tank is at least at the minimum mark before driving up a mountain. If it's not, fill it up. And by the way, take water bottles with you just in case that you need it on the way. And don't fill it up with any water. Sparkling and impure water might damage your engine. The best ones to use are the ones that you buy in the supermarket. But usually we just use potable water from taps, to be honest. It would normally take me 1.5 bottles to fill up the whole tank, so maybe that would be enough for you. Oh, and I almost forgot. Some people use anti-freezing coolants instead of water. They are useful when you are van lifing and the temperature is below zero. As we know, water freezes at this temperature, but not this coolant. You can find them in gas stations and buy either the dissolved version or the pure one. And I'll see you in the next video.